Hello, students. Welcome to science class. Now, you had already read about the chapter 7, that is the body systems, where we had learned the different types of systems which, in a coordinated fashion, are working in the body. And with that, we had learned especially the skeletal system and also the structure of the skeletal system, that is the structure of the bone. Okay, so today we will study another part, interesting part, which is containing which is I mean forming with the um, movement and other activities of the body easy. This is the structure of the joint. So today we will study about the structure of the joints. Now, before going into the detailed discussion, we must know that what is joint. Like say, they help to join two or more bones to form a framework and allow the movement and bending of the body. So the movement and the bending of the body are taking place in the joints only. So they take place in the joint structure, therefore the joint is the structure which can be moved, or the it is the structure where the body can be moved. Okay, so it can be said that these are those particular points where two bones meet. You can see the picture of the knees, as well as you can see the picture of the hand, that is the palm, that is two or bones joined together, mixed together to form a joint. Now, there are different types of the joints. We will study all these types. First one is ball and socket joint. Okay, then we are discussing the ball and socket joint. So here you can see in the picture, this is the ball and the socket, especially in the shoulder part. Okay, so this type of joint is called the ball and socket joint because they are highly movable joint. Highly movable means the shoulder portion, you can move it in any direction you want to, and so this is called highly movable joint. And you can get the example like the shoulder joint, and in this cases it can be moved in all direction. Okay, here you can see the picture, that is the shoulder joint, and also ball and socket joint. Excepting the shoulder, they are also present in the hips, so that these two structures or these two organs can be moved to in all the directions. Next, coming into the, so what are the examples? These are shoulder and the hips. Next, coming into the example of the hinge joint. So as you all of you had seen the hinge of the door. Now, how does it help? I mean, what is the main function you had noticed there? That it allows the movement of the door only in two direction, that is back and forth. Okay, similarly in our body, certain parts, certain organs are there who can only move in back and forth direction. So this is, what is its example? This is the finger joint. Finger, if you can see, they can move only back and forth. All around you are seeing here, this is the wrist that are moving, but finger cannot be moved in all direction, it can be moved only back and forth. Similarly the elbow, you cannot move the elbow in all direction, it only moves in back and forth direction. And also the similarity, that is similarly you can see the elbow, sorry, the knee joint, they can also be moved only in back and forth direction. Okay, so this kind of joint, that is the finger joint or the knee joint or the elbow joint, are known as the hinge joint. Okay, so here remember, ball and socket joint we had studied, where the it can be the body organ can be located, or the structure can be located in all direction, whereas in the hinge joint it is can be rotated only in the back and forth direction. Next, coming into the pivot joint. Pivot joint is only present in the first two vertebra of the backbone. Okay, so and it helps to move the head, that is up and down and side to side. Okay, so this structure, so that, yeah, see, this is the structure where bones can be made moved up and down and also side to side here. See, through the pivot joint. So where is the pivot joint present? Pivot joint is present in the first two vertebra of the backbone, and what is its function is just to help in the movement of the head. What type of movement in the head? That is, it is allowing the head to move front and back and forth at the same time, side to side. Okay, next one is the gliding joint. Okay, so what is the gliding joint? Now this kind of joint helps the bones to slide against each other in a gliding motion. Okay, that means, see, the joint is in the bone of the wrist or the ankle, they are gliding. Okay, or other to be said, these bones slide against each other in a gliding motion. So what can be the example? The gliding joint can be found in the wrist or the ankle. Wrist here can be seen, you can see, and here is the ankle. Okay, this one you can see the ankle, this is acting as a, or this is the pivot joint. Okay, so we can get the examples, that is the joint in the wrist and the ankle. So let's see again what have we learned. First one is the ball and socket joint, hinge joint, pivot joint and gliding joint. Ball and socket joint is present in the shoulders and the hips, and it allows the bones to move in all direction. Next we are coming to hinge joint. The name has been given after the hinge of the door, where the door can be moved into back and forth. Similarly, some of the body organs also can move in that direction, for example the knee, elbow, etc. Next one is the pivot joint, which is present in the first two vertebra, and as a result of which it helps the movement of the skull to back and forth and side by side. And the last joint here you are studying is the gliding joint, that is the joint in the bones of the wrist and the ankle. They help the bones to slide against each other or in a gliding motion or a gliding manner. So in this class, I hope all of you are clear with the structure of the joints. Next day we will discuss some other topic. Till then, all of you stay safe, take care. Thank you.